Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the Dreaded D-Rose report. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. I found out that there's a rare title change at TNA live event that's happening today over at in the UK, as Rob Terry of the British Invasion defeats Eric Young for the TNA Global Championship. This match was likely, kind of funny, it wasn't taped for TV, and there's no word why the change in the title, but something a little UK got. Alright, I had a one of the dreaded clickers that check out the D-Rose report here said that he thought it'd be a good deal with at the WrestleMania 26 if there was a three-way with Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Taker all taking on each other for the title, if he still has the title then, and Triple H pins Shawn Michaels, which Triple H, or it could be the other way around, Michaels pins Triple H, and Taker, would lose the belt, but he his win-loss would still be intact. He really didn't lose, so he's still undefeated at WrestleMania. Alright, after TNA's Monday Night Special that they did in January 4th, due to the strong 1.5 cable rating, it appears that Spike TV has scheduled yet another live TNA broadcast going head-to-head with WWE Raw again. And according to a news report, Spike TV has scheduled a second Monday Night TNA Impact episode on March 1st from 9 until 11 Eastern Standard Time, going head-to-head with Raw. And it's going to be a 2-hour one, so please make a note of it. March 1st. And comedy duo Cheech and Chong are scheduled to host WWE Raw that night too. So I just wonder what WWE is going to let Cheech and Chong do. Are they going to keep them separate? Because they're a little, raunchy. It can get that way, and we got to keep our PG-13, well, not even 13, but PG going. Odd pair for PGs. TNA originally had an Australian tour scheduled from late February to early March, and then rescheduled it due to changes in the US TV production schedule. A report by PWI Insider states that TNA's Impact taping, scheduled at Universal Studios in Atlanta, is now going to, of course, be live on the 1st. They're going to try and, I got to thinking that WWE last week, and I believe the week before, even without TNA going against them, they did a 3.6, which I believe is the exact thing they did the night TNA went head-to-head with them. So they didn't lose anything. Oh well. Didn't gain anything either. They probably should have with Bret Hart being on there that day. Anyway, Chris Jericho noted on his Twitter yesterday he had recently recorded 2 hours of voiceovers for WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 video game. Man, already working on that. And former diva Lillian Garcia said on her Twitter account she's going to be releasing a new album in 2010. And I might as well go ahead and release one. Everybody else is, so. Beth Phoenix, by the way, if you checked out my report yesterday, you know about this. But Beth Phoenix wrote about yesterday's report of the sitcom with her, Santino Marella, and Vladimir Kozlov on her Twitter. And she says, Glamorella, like you've never seen it before, prepared for the unexpected. And as Santino and Beth Phoenix enters the world of sitcoms. Of course, what they'll do, they'll probably put 2 or 3 of the sitcom shows in a can and take it and peddle it to the networks, see if anybody buys it for the series. Don't know what rating that's going to be, though. Monday's WWE Raw posted of course I told you, 3.6 off the rating hours of 3.53 and 3.62, which is roughly, pretty much where they've been for the last few weeks. From a viewership perspective, though, the show was down slightly from last week. It scored 5.065 million viewers in 1 hour and 5.2 million on hour 2, which is down a little, but not much. Off the hours of 1.8 and 2.0, the show posted an average between adults 18 to 49 of 1.9 on Monday, down a little bit from last week. They get too much involved with the demographics. According to, believe it or not, the Honky Tonk Man, former WWE superstar Honky Tonk Man is close to signing a deal with TNA. Honky says is very close to signing with TNA, and he's been in contact with TNA since early December, and he hadn't heard back from him, about a definite thing yet. So, kind of might tell you something, Honky. Jim Ross said on his blog with highlights below of speaking of John Cena, he says, of course it's all Jim Ross's blog, his interaction with Mr. McMahon on Raw was spot on Monday, and some of the best verbal interaction, he said, I've heard in a long time. He said dialogue between Cena and the chairman was organic, emotional, and really has me anxious to see Raw next week, to see with Bret the Hitman, when he returns and confronts McMahon, what's going to happen. He said, fine TV in my humble opinion. And then he also said, in a serious nature of winning the Royal Rumble match is what it means individually to every competitor was underscored with Monday night's DX in-ring promo. So this is another verbal exchange that captured my interest. DX is very serious, has very serious tone, really captivated my attention. And there was no wrestling. Got his attention captivated, but we didn't see any wrestling for a while. And you notice the matches anymore on Raw, I'm not sure about SmackDown this week, but Raw Monday was very short matches, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I think the longest maybe was 6-minute match. Come on now. All right. Also, Jim Ross said he had a great conversation Sunday with JBL, who, as my grandpa used to say, is busy as a fruit merchant. Anyway, he's doing great while living in New York City. What else have I got here? On his blog, Rob Van Dam, by the way, noted that the World Wrestling officials has locked him out of his WWE Universe page because they believed he was going to go sign with TNA. The constant rumors that I am or have signed, he says, with one of the wrestling companies seem to be getting stronger still, Van Dam wrote. Last week, WWE locked me out of my profile page at WWE Universe because they believe I had signed with TNA. So, he didn't. Mickey James, by the way, she's featured on the new issue of Country Weekly magazine. They already got her on there. I don't even think her album's out yet. All right, President of Atlanta Sports Council said this week on the Sports Buffet show that Atlanta and Miami are the two choices for WWE's WrestleMania for 2011. The announcement will be officially made on February 1st, the day after the Royal Rumble pay-per-view in Atlanta, which they're going to start promoting the heck out of WrestleMania. There for a while, I was supposed to be in Indianapolis, so I don't know what happened with that. It says if Miami was chosen, Sun Life Stadium, which holds approximately 76,500 fans, would host the event. If Atlanta is chosen, the Georgia Dome, which holds 71,000, would host the event. It's worth noting that 2010 Survivor Series is already set for Atlanta. Miami. F4WOnline.com says word is that Hulk Hogan and Bischoff only wants to hold the TNA Slammiversary and Bound for Glory pay-per-views outside of the Impact Zone in Orlando. The idea is holding that all the pay-per-views in Orlando will not only save money, but will make the company look less minor league, and whenever they fail to sell out the arenas. WWE has confirmed that Bret Hart's going to be on from Nashville on Raw next week. Main event for last night's ECW on Sci-Fi. We'll see. I wasn't last night. That's tomorrow. No, tonight. Man, I don't even know what day it is. Ooh, I'm at 9 minutes already. Better get out of this. Anyway, on Sci-Fi, is going to see Kane and Christian taking on Ezekiel Jackson, William Regal, and TNA has an update on its roster profile. We got Bischoff, Angelina Love, Mr. Anderson, Brian Kendrick, Bubba the Love Sponge. I don't know why he's on there, but he is. Get that sponge off. Look, SquarePants on there. I gotta go.